How to nail a new job as a young job seeker. There's never been a better time to look for a new job, particularly as a young person coming out of high school or university and into the workforce. Why is that, you ask? Well, labour shortages have absolutely taken Australia by hold, and employers are having to become increasingly imaginative when it comes to finding their next wave of talent. Aside from throwing cash at people, employers are really having to be more accommodating to the whims or the demands or the wants of young people. What do I mean by that? Well, as an example, I've sat in interviews where young people have quite astutely asked me, what is the star energy rating of the building? The first time I mumbled my way through it and realised, well, I've completely lost this candidate and I had to be better, and obviously went away and researched, well, is our building efficient or sustainable? But that's an example of a young person knowing what's important to them and making sure they can find it in the roles that they're interviewing for. So as a candidate, it's time to be opportunistic and really hunt for opportunities in areas or fields or industries that interest you. Our parents, or probably your parents, have told you, do what you love. That's all well and good, but a job you truly love is hard to find. But the time is right to find jobs where there's elements of things that you love that you might be able to stretch out the more you do the job. So what I'd encourage you to do is really research industries or companies that align to what you're interested in or what you've studied. It's an easier sell to an employer if you can say, well, look, I've studied this particular degree and it aligns to your type of business. That's a safer bet for them than hiring someone randomly off the street. The next thing that I would do is really research the companies that are of interest to you and proactively reach out to them. We've done a series of videos on how to cold call for a job interview or an opportunity, so we won't dive into that again. But I wouldn't blindly apply for jobs. I'd proactively reach out to organisations and say, hey, do you have any opportunities that may be available? Obviously, having done your research and seen that they may be advertising. Employers are going through times where they're getting 0 applications for jobs, so if you proactively reach out, you're guaranteed to get a conversation with someone and ideally an interview. So really do your homework and look for those organisations that are looking for talent. It's also really important for you to be able to show how your skills, attributes, your study, your degree align to the organisation. If that's in place, once again, you're a safer bet than someone who hasn't done any homework at all and just has blindly sent in a resume or an application. Make sure you do your homework in terms of organisational culture and what the company believes in. You're likely Generation Z if you're watching this video, and we know that impact and alignment is really important to you. So make sure you do your homework on organisations and see if you can find out what it is that's important to them or what they stand for. There's a good chance you'll find a better opportunity if you can find that alignment. Back in my day, if you got a job offer, you'd take it because they were few and far between. Now we've got young people who are blessed with multiple job opportunities. And then this presents the challenge of, well, when do you take one or the other? How do you string an employer along until you can get the offers in? And then how do you make your final decision? Making the final decision is probably the easy part. You should have done your homework on the company already. Then you've got inside that business to do a job interview, so you've experienced a little bit of the feel of the organisation. And a tip to young players, try and do some research on your potential or your prospective boss so that you know who it is that you'll be working for. So that's the easy part. How do you string out the process if you've got another job offer that's coming in? Well, you need to buy yourself some time. Many young people grapple with multiple job offers. It's okay to be honest, and it's okay to accept a job, and then if a better one comes in or a better opportunity that aligns to what you're interested in comes in, you can reject the other and take that one. Don't ghost your employer or prospective employer by not returning their phone calls or text messages. It's better to stay in touch and to let them know what's going on. So for example, hey, I really appreciate the offer. I've just had a job interview for another organisation and I want to take some time to make sure I make the right decision to ensure that there's organisational alignment. What boss doesn't want to hear that? They don't want you rushing into a decision and then regretting it later. So by proactively buying yourself time, you're then able to make the best possible decision for you. It's a great problem to have. If you're looking for the right opportunity for you, try Studium, www.studium.work, where employers can proactively seek you out based on your skills, attributes, and study. What do I say? Energy route. The next thing, and they're really daunting and I don't want to say that. You know, because they were
Take a breath before you.
Am I just waffling?
Yeah, awesome.